Okay, between you and me, we've knocked out a lot of stuff, and I'm so excited. So, where we left off in part 1, I cleared the space out, but I still had donations. Jacob and I went through a few more shelves on the other side and literally packed our car to the brim. We dropped everything off at On Angel's Wings for the dogs, and there was so much stuff. So I think we had like 5 boxes and 2 bags of clothes, and it feels so good. Like, we've emptied almost 3 shelves, and then now I have this table already put together down here. This is the space that's going to be like our crafting space for our small business. So we've just been putting things that are for the business for crafting over here. I have a couple of things that we're going to sell, and then a pile of stuff that's going upstairs. Now I'm moving on to where the rest of the stuff lays. And then also over here we have 2 metal cabinets still, and then like doors and windows. I posted those on Facebook in the free group chat that I belong to for Crystal Lake. Someone came and picked up the windows, which is super exciting. So we got rid of like 6 or 7 window panes that were super old, so hopefully they can use them. We still have like 6 real wood 6-panel doors down here, so I'm really hoping that someone else responds and wants the doors. And then there's some screens, and then the rest is pretty much trash. Extra storage things, extra shelving. Never put together that the previous owners left, so we have a bunch of these that are gonna go in our shelving, like attic space in our garage, just for if we need them. We might put one together in the garage just for extra storage, but other than that, we also brought up all the paint that was down here, the old paint. Doing really good. We got like so much done down here before noon, and Jacob was really helpful, like A, just getting things out, and B, being like very like strict, like, no, we haven't used that, let's just get rid of it. I'm like, yeah, you're so right. So it's looking really good. I'm so excited because honestly, like, it wasn't like this was a dumping ground, but it just, I knew that we didn't need a lot of the stuff that we had down here, so it feels really good to get rid of it and like start fresh, because we're already minimizing the amount of shelves that we have. We might also feng shui where the couch is to kind of open it up a little bit more in here, so we'll see. I don't know, I'm really excited. And also, because we've had a lot of crafting stuff in Jacob's office, we're also going to be tackling his office today and feng shuiing that, moving that around, moving some things down here that go to the business, so his office won't feel like it's like a shoebox anymore. Alright, so I moved one of the shelving units over there, and then we went through everything that's in that corner so far. Opened up these 2 shelving units, and now his like kind of seasonal clothes that I haven't really gone through yet. So it's kind of a mixed bag. There's like some toiletry stuff from when we moved in, some decor still. So this is what I'm going through, and then we just have those chairs that we'll keep. These 2 boxes are empty, and then I just have our old curtain on there and my hose attachments, because I did also, in cleaning out that corner this morning, I, with the shop vac, got all the cobwebs that were over there and got up as much as I could. Now I'm going to go through the clothes that I have down here, see what we have going on. I know a lot of stuff probably doesn't fit anymore, which is exciting. And then some of it is also summer stuff that can probably start coming up. Some winter things, because we already started putting more winter clothes back down here. It's kind of a mess, but let's just go through it and see what we have. Bags, I love bags. Definitely making a separate space to keep bags. I might actually just use this bag. I also came across earlier in one of the boxes that was keepsakes we went through, I found this picture of one of us from, oh, it was for Jacob's birthday in 2019. So bad. I don't know who the heck they put in charge of taking photos, but it's like one of the worst photos ever taken of us. Waiting for you to shine, people passing me by. Does it feel like I belong? So now I'm getting into winter stuff. Also, I thrifted this jacket. I am so obsessed. I actually think I'm like a size smaller now because it buttons out to here. So it's a little bit big. I just don't know if I'm ready to part with it yet, you know? Because also in the winter I have like sweaters on underneath, so like I might need the extra room. Oh, it's so cute. And then funny story, 2 years ago I couldn't fit into my normal winter jacket. It was getting really tight. So I got this one, a Columbia that I thrifted. And then this year was the year that I'm like, this one might be too big now. Obviously we live in the Midwest, so I always love a long coat because it gets freezing. I'm still gonna keep this one because it's like my heavy duty jacket. But again, it definitely is probably a size too big now. But it's so comfy. I don't know, I'm gonna wait and see probably if winter stuff like goes on sale next year, this year. Look for a new jacket or just see if I can thrift one, and then I'll donate this one instead. But this has like been such a good coat. I really love these sandals. Oh my god, I was so excited when I found these. I think they're actually from Walmart. Yeah, Time and True. I was looking for kind of like a, you know, this style, like a clog sandal. Absolutely fell in love with these. Got them when Nero was a puppy. And why have I held on to these? Okay, he literally chewed through the heel. Like, why am I holding on to this? Maybe it was December. I went to Style Encore and Plato's Closet with my best friend. And they were having like a 70 to 90% off sale, and I saw this print hanging, and I'm like, there's no way. So for reference, probably 2 or 3 years ago I went to Torrid when they were also having a sale. They had this dress that was perfect. I fell in love with it, and it was literally, I think it was at the time $89. I'm like, absolutely not, that's never happening. Maybe it'll go on sale, blah, blah, blah. This was the dress that I saw at Torrid like 3 years ago, hanging there. And it was the, obviously it's a thrift store, it's the only one there. And it was in my size. I am so excited. I cannot wait to wear this summer. I was trying to find it the other day, and then I finally dug it up. So I'm gonna add this to my laundry and wash it because I might wear it tomorrow for Mother's Day. But I'm obsessed. It's like little like oranges. I'm so excited. This was my bridesmaid's dress for my cousin's wedding. It was at my mom's house for years, and I just completely forgot about it. And my cousin just gave us like a color palette to choose from. She said like plum was like the preferred thing. And I found this dress. It was so hard for me to find a plus size dress in plum. I don't know what happened. It was back in 2017, and this was the only one I could find that was like, looked like it would be somewhat flattering on me. I got it somewhere online because it was also like the least expensive one, and it came in the mail. I tried it on, and I was so upset because I think at the time I was a size 18. And I tried to zip it up, and it was not budging. So I'm like, I was getting closer and closer to her wedding, and I'm like, I just have to go to a tailor and see if we can somehow like take it out or add fabric. And the guy that I went to was so sweet. It's got like an open back. It's really pretty. He made me feel so good, and he like quickly just like had me try it on, and then he's like, are you gonna wear a bra with it? And I was like, I think so. And he's like, no, like not with these straps. So like we'll make it tight so it will fit you, and then you won't have to wear one. And I was like, okay, love that. So he did that, and then he ended up adding, you can't really see it, he ended up adding a panel of fabric here on either side so that it blended in with the dress and you couldn't tell that it was like tailored. and that was the only way I got it to fit me at the time. And it's just so pretty. I honestly thought I had donated it until my mom was like, oh, you still have Sarah's bridesmaid dress here. And then when I found it, came home, I tried it on, and I'm like, Jacob, can you zip me up? Because I just was curious if it even fit. The last time I had tried this on after her wedding, a few years after her wedding, it did not fit anymore. Like, I couldn't even zip it up. And I just recently tried it back on like a month ago, and it zipped right up. It literally fits me like a glove, and it does have a little bit of extra room. So I'm gonna keep on holding on to this one just because it's a really good dress to track my progress, and also it's so pretty. Not that I have anywhere to wear it, but I'm gonna be holding on to this one for now. What is it? Baked orange garland that I made for the first time this year, and I am absolutely obsessed with this. Anytime Nero comes down here, he heads straight for this thing and he sniffs it. So I'm gonna put it over by the decorations up top where he can't get to it. Have 2 bags, well, 1 bag for winter clothes, another bag of off-season clothes that I'm keeping, a bag of bags, I have some of Jacob's grandpa's stuff, a bag of trash, summer clothes I'm taking up, well, I have to wash first and then I'll put in my wardrobe now, and then I have like 2 boxes worth of donate. Where it gets really miscellaneous because this is just odds and ends from when we moved. I'm thinking a lot of toiletries. I don't know. We'll just have to find out. Okay, I'm so excited. All empty. I have the chairs still over here that I might put on top depending on where we move stuff. But all of the shelves are empty over here. I have 2 shelves that have things on them over here. And the only thing left is these 2 bins, which are Jacob's keepsakes to go through. So I'm gonna bring him down here and have him go through those. But let me show you what it looks like. So these will go upstairs or in the garage. But this is like 10 empty bins and bags. And then I've got a boxes broken down here. This is all donate. And then I have a bag and 2 boxes of trash. This is all stuff to go upstairs on the couch. And it's empty. Okay, this video took way too long to come out, and I'm sorry for those of you who are waiting for an update. But everything has stayed exactly the same, and we actually got our little corner here set up with crafting things, and we were able to get rid of even more stuff. Down here I do have the empty bins still over there somewhere, but yeah, I'm really excited, and I just kind of need to reconfigure this space at some point, but at least the bulk of decluttering has been done, and it just feels like a breath of fresh air down here and not so dark and dingy and scary. So thank you so much for following along, and I cannot wait to make another video that will not take 18 years to come out. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you'd like. Stick around for, I don't even know what's next, to be honest. No one knows.